Welcome to Student Talks. Of course, maybe you were expecting to say me Teacher Talks, but tonight we are going to start a new series, which is Student Talks. And I just want to give you short information about it. So far, we have listened to teachers and their ideas and their experiences and their suggestions and their, the things that they tell us to do. But now, tonight, we are going to have a very interesting session, which is student talks, and we are going to have a chance to listen the student side. Okay, and tonight I'm going to have two different brilliant students from different universities. I'm really excited, by the way, for this session. And our first guest is Sude Köse. She is a Management Information System student and from Yeditepe University. And other guest is Hasan Hazırbulan. He is a computer engineering student and from Katip Çelebi University. I think they are here. When they join, we are going to start our live sessions. Let me invite them. I think they are here. Yes. Let me invite them. Then we can start. I have invited Sude, and now I'm looking for Hasan. Yes, I have invited him too. When they come, we are going to start. Okay, Sude is here. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
We can see Sude, but Hasan, we can't see you. We can hear you, but can't see you.
Sorry.
Now it's okay. Wonderful. Yes, they are both here. It's perfect. So this is going to be a very awesome session. I'm sure that. I'm really excited. As you see that I can't, the stand here. I'm always moving. All right then. So Sude and Hasan, welcome to our first session of Student Talks. And I would like to say thank you to accept my invitation for this series. And yes.
Teacher, thank you for having me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited.
Excellent, wonderful. And Sude?
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm a little bit problem because of my family. They are so excited too, and I say please a little bit silence. I am at the live stream now.
Okay, it's wonderful.
Also, I am very excited like Hasan. I think it will be a beautiful live stream, so we can see.
Okay, we will see. Okay then. By the way, you can just call me Volkan Hoca or Mr. Iner or Volkan Hoca is much better. Okay?
Okay.
Teachers, more something like this. All right then, wonderful. Okay, let's start. This question is for both of you. Let's start from Sude. Can you tell us about yourself, please, and a bit about your experiences in language learning?
Language learning. Firstly, I went to an English course when I was 9 or 10 years old. I'm not sure yet. And this course managed by the Okan University. And we mainly learned grammar, listening, speaking, actually everything in English. And especially at the end of the year, we had got a real drama for the families at a stage. And 1 year we were a ghost or princess. So it was very precious experience. And it's improved my English very well to study some sketches. And after that, in high school and middle school, I went to a private school. As we know, private school English is better than the others. And we have got 13 hours per week.
Wow.
And into the 13 hours, we have got a native teacher in 3 hours. he was from South Africa, and this kind of experiences I had in language learning.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, thank you, Sude. What about you, Hasan?
Teacher Sude did so much. My English process is started like at school, like everybody. I didn't do anything special like courses or and other things. But I learned a lot of things from online games
Wow.
and other TV shows or music.
Perfect.
But in high school or middle school, I have a lot of English classes, more than Turkish literature and math. In high school, I got 8 hours a week, and this was very extreme for me.
I see.
But all of my vocabulary is just from games and movies, actually.
It's wonderful. This is really great. It's really actually interesting also that we learn and we grab most of things from the games and the musics and the movies. It's great. Okay.
Teacher, I can hear you very loudly.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. I'm checking myself.
Isn't it clear?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. What about now?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, so I'll keep it like this. All right. Okay. Would you like to add anything else, or that's all, Hasan?
No, teacher, it's all about me.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move to another question then. So, what was your turning point or points, let's say, in your own education? This time we can start from Hasan.
Okay, teacher, I think I don't have a turning point yet in my life about education, but I remember when I first started learning English, I had a teacher, Leila. She said, "You're thinking in English in your mind. No, you're thinking in Turkish in your mind, but you are making the sentences in English." So she said, "Don't do that. It's make more complicated for you." And after that, I started to think in English and answering in English. It's really helped me a lot. But I don't see this is a turning point or anything. But yeah, I'm just taking my classes and other things, but there's no turning point in my life yet.
I see.
We'll see in the future.
Okay, we will see. When you have it, maybe you can share with us. We are looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, but you just mentioned about the thinking in Turkish while the speaking English and making your sentences like that. That's the most of us problem, especially most Turkish people's problem. We always suggest that don't think Turkish like that, but it's normal.
Yeah, it's really complicated because our sentences it's different than English. Like I say, when the verbs, the places, I don't know. Yep.
After the subject, we use it, and in the
yes,
sentence, we use it at the end.
I meant that.
I got it. Okay. Thank you, Hasan.
Sorry, interrupt you. And some time phrases we don't have got anything in Turkish, so it is difficult sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand.
Sometimes you can't find exactly word for word Turkish or English.
Yeah, especially in tenses. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of tenses, but we don't know in Turkish. It's really complicated. And when we start first time, I'm asking my teacher, what is the meaning in Turkish? She said, nothing. And it's really confusing.
It's very interesting and it's funny, of course. What about you, Sude? What is your turning point? Have you got any turning points, or you say I don't have any turning points yet, like Hasan?
Not in education, especially in education, but my turning point is when I went to the abroad first time. I was in 12 years old, and it was a very good experience for me because, as everybody knows, when we go to the somewhere, we must speak English because we don't know their language. um, Actually, and we shared different culture, different language, and it was my turning point because when you shared different culture, your English and your brain and your thoughts improved, and it was very precious. And yes, that's all.
I see. Thank you very much, Sude. That's very important. Really, if you have a chance to, to go to abroad, to foreign countries or in other countries where they speak English, you will have a really great chance or opportunities to speak and to improve your English. Wonderful. Okay, so let's move to another question. All right. Would you like to add anything else?
No, thanks.
Okay. So as you know that we are in 2022, and actually we are in May. Yeah, May. We are in May, almost at the end of the May. So, but I'm sure that you have some expectations from 2022. Let's start from you, Sude. What are your expectations from 2022?
Like cliches, health and peace. because because the Russian and Ukraine war was very devastating, and my heart will belong to them. And health, as everybody knows, health is very important. And we learned and we experienced the pandemic, and I hope the pandemic will be the end of at the end of this year. And
we hope.
and
we all
my
hope.
And in my new school in Yeditepe, maybe I will attend new clubs and new groups to share something, share good memories, and yes, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Sude. Yes, Hasan, what about you? What are your expectations?
Teacher, 2022 is a tough year for all of us. I don't have much expectations, but yeah, I can say making a lot of money in
we all want that.
currencies. But also 2022 is not going well for me right so far because I can't spend much time with my friends because they are all in different cities. I stayed in Izmir. Some of them in Antalya, some of them is in Istanbul, and we can't see each other. Yeah, I'm expecting much seeing them. Also making a lot of money and also health and happiness. Yeah.
Wonderful expectations from both of you. But really, I think we all need them, as you mentioned, that health, money, and success, and friends, and all of them. I hope that, and I'm sure that you will have them as soon as possible. All right, then let's move to another question. Then this question I'm going to ask you to both of you guys. Like, if you could have, what would you have skipped or added in your English lessons? Sude, let's start from you.
Okay, not skip, but I don't want more grammar lessons. So I add more listening and speaking lessons, and I add reading lessons, but with literature part. For example, when we read books, especially in English or American authors, and after that we debate about these books, and yes, not so much grammar lessons. we always do real drama things, or we always play games. Not grammar. Grammar is very difficult. I don't like.
You don't want grammar. Okay, not a lot of grammar lessons, but listening and reading lessons can be wonderful, huh?
in Turkey, as you know, you are the teacher, so we have got lots of grammar lessons, and it's not good for students.
I see. I see. Okay. Thank you very much, Sude. Yes, Hasan, what is your idea about it?
Teacher, I would definitely skip the video activities. In preschool, we had coffee hub sessions. Watch the video and answer the questions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's so boring for me. I
Oh,
was wanting to die when we are doing it. I would definitely skip it. And if I have to add some things, I would add creative writing in
wow.
creative writing
Uh-huh.
lessons in the schedule.
Very interesting.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
we can write short articles about different interesting topics. In high school, we did sometimes. Yeah, I remember I write a little article about blood banks.
Wow.
When I first heard it, I said, "What's the blood banks? I don't know anything." I had to work with my brain and to be creative. I wrote something stupid, but my teacher had approved. Yeah, it's okay. You didn't know what is the blood bank it is, but it was very funny, and yeah, I would definitely add this if I would be a teacher.
Really, wow, wonderful. But it's really, it's really interesting that, when we ask the questions, most of them, they want to, the skip the writing lessons. They think that the writing is one of the most difficult, the skills for most of students. But hearing the writing, added the creative writing is really fun, interesting, and it's really great idea about it. It's really.
Teacher, I think watching the stupid videos is boring. I hate the acting. It's kind of cringe.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
but
you don't like. Uh-huh.
in writing, it's all about us. We
Mm-hmm.
can add some things. We can cancel some things. It's all up to us, and we should
I
just
see.
work with my brains and
Mm-hmm.
write something stupid or not. It's just about us.
I see. All right. It's okay. Not a problem. The writing is writing, not a problem. Whatever you write, they are all precious. They are all important. It's really,
Yes.
the put some, the importance, what you think over here. And thank you very much. Would you like to add anything else, or I'm gonna move to another question?
No, we can move, teacher.
Okay, Sude, can we?
Okay, sure.
All right then. Okay. Yes, Hasan. This question is for you, Hasan. As teachers, we are used to the term washback effect, and we know that washback effects, of testing can be both positive and negative. So I have a few questions about your assessment experience. Like, can you tell us about a test that motivated you and made you study and learn more, and a test that caused just opposite?
Sure. In preschool, the good test. I want to start with the good test.
Sure.
The test when we use all skills like listening, speaking, and writing. It's like practice exams. I think they're all cool for me because we don't have to do something a lot. Just listen and mark the questions. And the writing, yeah, it's all about being creative. Also, reading questions are easy because there's a whole paragraph like this, and we don't have to read a lot of it, but because we don't have any time, but so questions should be easy to answer it. Yeah, it's a good test. The test use all the skills. A bad test, I can say, the fill in the blanks questions.
Yeah.
You know, just 1 point, but there are 50 of them.
I see.
Choose the correct tense or choose the vocab. Yeah, they're all boring and so exhausting.
I see.
I'm trying to fill in the blank with correct tense. I'm saying it's true, it can be true. It's all true for me, but I always miss the one thing, and they're all cutting my points.
I see. It's a very interesting point. But in some point I agree with you. Yeah, some fill in the blank test sometimes really difficult. You know, the trying to understand which tense should I use sometimes make you confused. Which one is it, this tense or past tense should I use, or should I use present perfect tense, or which one I should choose? So sometimes
Yes.
it's confusing. You're right.
Very complicated.
It's all confusing when when we have to use grammar. Not the vocab, but because you are giving the words and we're just putting them in the right places. But in grammar, it's the opposite.
I see.
Everything can possible. It's making harder for me.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Sude, would you like to add anything to this, or can I skip?
No, I agree with fill in the blanks part. So
I see.
that's all.
Okay. All right then. Let's move to another question then. Thank you, Hasan. So, Sude, let's start from you for this question. Do you feel that you have learned how to read and listen in terms of language skills?
Oh, listening part is sometimes difficult because the speakers have got a accent and it's and it's always difficult for students because you don't know very well English accent or American accent. Sometimes it is difficult to follow their speech, and yes, I learned some tricks and I just focus on the main point in listening part, not whole conversation. And in reading part in reading part, I always focus on the main point too, not whole the text. I just look at the questions before I read all of the text, and I just focus on the what question want to ask, and yes, I learned some tricks, but it's just for the tests, not in real life.
I see.
And in real life, I need more practice. I sometimes listen to music, and in Nilgün Hoca's lesson, we always talk about our songs which we like, and we always search their meanings, and yes, that's all.
I see. She's really, she loves listening to music.
Yes.
And she's a really good taste of music.
And we have something in common, especially in a music. So we share our ideas, and
wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Sude. Yes, Hasan. What about you?
Teacher, I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
The question is, do you feel that you have learned how to read and listen in terms of language skills?
Definitely not, teacher. Because I think I never gonna make it the all listening and reading thing, because they're infinite. We can't say anytime I learned everything, I know all the speaking, all the listening and reading things, but we can learn enough for us. Mesela, I think I still can't miss the subtitles when I watch something. In the listening exams, I still miss the conversations between two people. And when the video done, the audio shot, I'm thinking, what did she said? I'm not enough.
I see.
I'm still learning.
You're still learning, yeah. So learning is a kind of a process. I totally agree with you. You can't,
Yes.
stop it. If you stop learning, I mean, like you stop doing other things also, and you can't improve yourself if you stop learning. So you keep learning all the time. Okay, Hasan, would you like to add anything else, or that's all?
No, it's all, teacher.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much, both of you. Okay, Sude, this question for you. Okay, what makes a teacher the best and the worst for you? This is a very critical question, by the way. Be careful.
The best. When a teacher give importance to students' thoughts, and if you speak them, you as a student, I feel relaxed and I feel warm, and I think like empathically it is the best definition for the teachers. And the worst, if the teacher just focus on the quizzes, tests, and the grades and homeworks, it is a little bit irritated for the students, because we expect from the teacher is give importance our thoughts, not just our grades and quizzes. So we are not
I see.
we are human, we are not quiz, or we are not tests. So so we have got a feeling, and
Good point.
And we share a feeling each other, and you give some advices to us, and it is the precious part, not just the quizzes and exams.
I understand. Okay. And is that all? That's all?
Yes,
Finished?
that's all.
Okay, great. So I would like to move to another questions. But Hasan, would you like to say something about it, or?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, if you want
I
to say.
think, teacher, sincerity and giving, valuing students, I think they are making a teacher the best, and the opposite that makes the people worse.
I see.
For example, my teacher, Burak teacher, he's a wonderful teacher. I think he always in the mornings ask us how are we feeling, how is life going between the friends or thing. And when we make mistakes, she said it's okay, it's normal.
I see. I see.
Yeah, but the opposite, just making the classes, teaching some grammar, a little bit vocab, and when the time's up, then they're gone, and there is no response to the students. It's making a teacher the worst for me, I think.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much to both of you. I see. Okay. And how Burak Hoca wrote there, humbled. Thanks. It's great. Thank
and
you.
Also,
hello, Burak Hocam.
And also Nigel.
Sure. Yeah, she's here also. Don't worry. She just, when you were talking about the musics, and we have the same kind taste of the music, and she said like this, and it's great, wonderful. Okay, so let's move to another question. Could you find, both of you, by the way, could you find enough opportunities to practice speaking in the class and outside the classroom? Yes, Hasan, we can start from you.
I think yes, I could, teacher. In the quarantine, I talk a lot of people all around the world. I started a project because I had a lot of time in quarantine. I want to meet at least one person from every country.
Great.
And now I have a friend in whole Europe. One friend, and I'm still doing it. We talk every day. And also speaking, I used some for speaking. I used some apps like Duolingo or other things. But
I see.
the real people, when I met in the quarantine, they helped me a lot. We we FaceTimed every day, every night with different people, and I'm still doing it because it relaxes me, and I'm still improving my speaking skills because we don't speak too much English in our daily lives because we speak Turkish in here.
I see. And keep doing it. Never give up. You are doing really great
Yes,
things
I
about
always
it.
call them. They send me some photos and another interesting stuff.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Hasan. What about you, Sude?
Inside the class, yes. I have got an advanced English lesson in this semester, and we have got a American teacher, but
Wow.
he knows Turkish very well. But he lived there. He have lived there for 16 years or something like that. But
Wow.
yes, but we always speak English with him, and outside the class, in our school, we have got a lot of foreign students. They are currently from Iran and some Middle East countries, but
I see.
their English is good, and we always communicated with them because we share the same school, and we always have got same lessons, and yeah, that's all.
That's it. Okay. But you are also lucky that you have a lot of the foreign students in your school, so you
Yeah,
have a great opportunity to speak and to improve your
that,
English. And the way that Hasan follows also finding and searching and looking for people or students from different countries and talking through face
Time.
kind of FaceTime or Instagram or I don't know YouTube. This is also a great opportunity. You are looking for something. You're looking someone to speak to improve English. This is great. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you to both of you. Okay. Yes, Hasan, can you describe a good example of a learning environment in terms of English classes?
Teacher, it's a tough question. I can say I'm describing a imaginary class, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's in your mind like a good example, a learning environment. For example, when you go to the English classes, how do you want to be and how do you want the environment of the classroom, that should be for you? What kind of classroom environment do you want to study?
Okay, I have an imaginary class, and in this class, there's a lot of stuff we can learn English, like a karaoke machine
Nice.
or a projector to see a movie or another videos. And for schedule, I would put less grammar, just the basic stuff, and a lot of speaking and listening, also writing. I said the first time, creative writing.
Yes.
I think learning a language is not a lesson like math. And so we should do something interactive. In preschool, we made little groups every day, 2 people, 4 people, 5 people. It changed every lesson, and we talk about different topics and situations. Like, you have a problem, what would you do that? How ways you can do help with your friend. We talk hours and hours. I would definitely put this thing in my imaginary class, and in this class we need a good teacher who has kindness and fun.
They are
Cause
important for
fun
you, yeah.
is needing fun. I think it should be in it
In it, definitely.
when we learn English, cause it's a language we will use everywhere when we
You're
go.
right. I see. Thank you. Would you like to add
Thank you.
anything else, Hasan?
Teacher, I'm still thinking. It's a really tough question.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you very much. You said a lot of things about it. Thank you very much, Hasan. Okay, Sude, your question is coming. What materials or activities keeps you most engaged in English classes and why?
Most engaged. I love, as you understand, maybe I love theater and real drama lessons or theatrical things is engaged me to the English classrooms, and I love listening to music, and when we listen to music and debate about the English grammar in the lyrics, but just fun, not not in a lesson, by the way, not for the lesson, by the way, and yeah, it's engaged to me to class too. And as Hasan said, creative writing. I love creative writing lessons. In high school,
great.
Yeah, in high school we did the creative writing things, and it was very funny. And play some good games, and we always play the voice screen in our blackboard.
That's really nice
We
software to use.
We translated cliche English things, movies into the Turkish, and it's improved English very well, by the way. And yes,
that's all. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's move to another question. This is the question, both of you. Do you think you have learned how to learn? For example, after all those years with English lessons, can you start learning another foreign language on your own? Sude, let's start from you.
German. But it is always frightening for me because German is a very, very, very difficult language, especially in grammar and vocabulary. They have got thousands and thousands of vocabulary, and they have got an article parts, der, die, das. And
yeah, for everything they have articles, you're right.
Yes, and it is very tough to memorize them. So I want to start to learn German, but it's always frightening for me. So I don't know when I start first.
But don't worry, I'm sure that you are going to, learn as soon as possible. I see. You can do that. Okay. Would you like to add anything else, Sude?
No.
Or okay. Yes, Hasan, what about you?
Teacher, I think I have learned some ways to learn a new language when I'm using some applications or watching in YouTube videos, also talking with a real person. But I think they are not enough for starting learning a new language, because language is a interactive thing, and we need at least one person to talk and improve all skills, because the Spanish, for example, it's not all about the grammar or articles or the I don't know the word, but in Spanish there are female words and male words.
Yeah, that's very interesting point about Spanish, but you are right.
Yes, but we can memorize them every time, but it's if we can't use
Uh-huh.
in our lives, why would we learn this language?
Yeah, that's another. That's a.
We should talk somebody.
Yes.
You are right. You need
Uh,
an interaction about it. Actually, your point is important.
yes,
If I'm not gonna use it, well, I'm going to
Yes.
learn it. It's very interesting, but it's okay. But maybe one day you will need it. Who knows that? Maybe next year you will. I don't know. Maybe you will move to Spain, or I don't know. Like Sude, she's trying to learn the German. Maybe next year, or maybe couple years she will move to Germany. Sorry, and then she starts living there. We don't know.
teacher, I want to add something.
Sure, of course.
There is one person who speaks Urartuan language in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a 70-year-old Turkish guy, man.
Very
He
interesting.
he knew the language, but how can he use?
Exactly, because I don't think so. He's the only one left, I think, speaks
Yes,
that language.
he can write or he can say something, but nobody understands him.
It's great. Okay, thank you. Yes, anything would you like to add, Sude? Or I'll move to another
I
question.
add the male and female things. In
Uh-huh.
German, as I said, they have got article things, and I speak German people, they always say we talk naturally, we not think that there is the word, das is the word, and die is the word, and I talk, how can't you thinking that? so so as you said, we learn this, and after that we try
Uh-huh.
to memorize them, but they say no, it is a natural thing, you don't need to memorize them, and I shock. Why?
But that's for
They
that.
speak
Uh-huh.
they speak very relaxed, and I shock always. It is
You're always
a
shocked.
natural
Mhm.
thing. You must memorize them. How can I memorize them?
Exactly, you are right. Sometimes you need to memorize some parts, as you said, because that language we are not using it. We are not familiar with the language, so I think we had no chance to do it. Okay, thank you, Sude and Hasan. So let's move to the another question. Okay, for both of you, can you tell us 5 adjectives to describe an effective language learner? Yes, Hasan, let's start from you.
Teacher, I might be noted for somewhere. Wait just a second.
Sure.
Okay, I don't need them.
Okay, so.
Mhm. Yeah, I am describing a learner person.
Okay, you need to tell the 5 adjectives that describes an effective language learners for you.
Yeah, okay. Firstly, creative, of course,
Okay, creative.
because language should have to be creative. Also determine. Yes,
Determine.
because it's a process.
Exactly.
She or she can't give up.
I see. Exactly. Number 3.
Also, brave and calm.
Exactly. Brave and calm.
Yeah.
4, and one more.
One more is he or she has to be hard worker.
Hardworking. Okay, great. Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Hasan. What about you, Sude? What are your adjectives?
Yes, it's some points like Hasan, hardworking, curious to learn new thing, researcher, and
3, good.
and never give up to doing something. I don't know the adjective.
Okay. And maybe we can use the determine, as
Yes,
Hasan says, that never give up. Okay, good. Number 4. And the last one?
and the last one, maybe the effective. All the speak, reading parts, they always attend something.
I see. All right. Thank you. I give a clap to both of you. Nice adjectives. Wonderful. Okay, let's move to another question. I really wonder this question, your answer about it. So, yes, if you could have one superpower to use in the classroom, what would it be and how would it help you? Yes, Sude, start from you.
It's a little bit funny, but I saw in the Selena in my childhood series, and Selena opened the book and she learned everything in a second. The letter, the numbers flight, and she learned everything in a second. And I want to this thing.
It's very interesting.
Or maybe not that thing. It's technological. Maybe a small chip into my brain, and I want to learn everything in a second. So yes,
that's it. It's a great superpower. I really like the Selena idea. You want to have the Selena's magic. It's wonderful, especially the magic book.
Magic.
It's wonderful. Okay, Hasan, what about you? What is your superpower?
Teacher, so this superpower is really good and it will be useful for me, but I would want to be invisible when I'm eating something.
Wow.
Which means all the session.
It's nice.
Cause I don't know, in the English classes I always feel hungry and
most of the students feel hungry, by the way. I have the same students in my lessons. When I try teaching something, they always want to eat something, or there are some crisps, I don't know, some other things that on their tables, and I always have to warn them, like, can you please put it in your bag or put it under your desk, or can you put them into your locker? Otherwise, when I turn my back to the classroom to write something, and suddenly they eat it. They always do it.
You're describing me.
You are the same person.
Language.
Okay.
I always took some snacks under the table before the lessons because I know I'm going to eat them all. And that's why I want to be invisible.
That's why. Okay, wonderful. This is a great point about invisibility. Great. By the way, you said what you are doing in the lessons, but after this time, I'm sure that if your teacher listens this one, they always check you while they're teaching something in the classroom. Is Hasan eating now? They're gonna look at like this. I sound nice. Nice superpowers. Invisibility and the Selena's book, magic book. That's great. Okay. So let's move to only the 2 questions left. By the way, time flies. Actually, I don't want to, finish this session. The first session is going really great, and I'm sure. I hope you are enjoying it.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's move to the next question. Think that we finished the interview, and you step outside the home, and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What would you do, Hasan?
Teacher, I have 10 million. To be realistic, I would invest the half of it to DeFi techs and cryptocurrencies.
Oh, okay, nice.
Because I'm interested in these days.
But be careful.
It's really good investment actually, but the another half I would split to my family, which is we are 5 people, and with my 1 million, I would definitely move to California because it's one of my dreams, and the heart of the technology is there, Silicon Valley.
I see. Yeah, it's a perfect place.
Yeah, also do some charity because I have 10 million. Who cares?
I see. Yeah, spend other things. Okay, thank you. Yes, what about you, Sude? What are your plans?
Okay, I thought this question very emotional, not like Hasan. I, I didn't think any investments. So when he said investment, and yes, it's true. Maybe I will take.
Maybe you can change your mind about, I can invest some of them.
Now I am changing my mind now. And firstly, I will share some charities, especially the animal ones, and after the children ones. And then I want to go to the global touring with a cruise ship.
Excellent. Wow.
And
It's much
I
better.
started from the Istanbul with a cruise ship and through the South America, and yes, an investment.
An investment. It's
No.
wonderful. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Great, and it's really both ideas are really wonderful. Okay, thank you very much. Here is the last question. Are you ready for it?
Yes, last
Sure.
one.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, last one. Okay, Hasan, what is your motto?
Teacher, I can say two things about
Sure.
that. One of them is about life, as always. It's we don't have forever. Cause life is short and time moving fast. It's really good to waste a second. We should stop and look around to what's going on in the world and know the value of our lives, because we live once, and sometimes all we have is a single day.
Yeah.
We should do something. It's because my motto is we don't have forever. I don't have forever.
I see.
The other one is from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it's Jack Sparrow says, "Take what you can and give nothing back."
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's in this day. It's really my motto. I'm taking everything what I can and give nothing back to other things or people or the sites and other things.
I see. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Hasan, for the two mottos. Wonderful. What about you, Sude? What is your motto, or what are your mottos?
Sorry, I am not memorized, but it's a John Lennon's quote. Maybe you know that. Life is what happens while we are busy making other plans. So
I see.
So we think lots of things in our life, but unexpected things coming, and we don't know how we behave, how we decide. So it is important. So as Hasan said, we have got just one life. So we stay just the moment, and we live and this moment, not the other days, other years. We just focus on the moment, because we don't know what happens in per seconds. So it's the life.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much for.
And Albert Einstein,
Yes.
Though he always said, two things are infinite.
Yeah, exactly.
Human stupidity, and I'm not sure the second one. Yes, I agree with him.
It's a really nice one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for this interesting mottos and very useful mottos, Sude and Hasan. Okay, that's all my questions from Student Talk site tonight. And before ending our live sessions, would you like to add anything else, Hasan or Sude? Which one? Yes, let's start, Hasan. Would you like to add anything else before ending our live session?
Sure. Teacher, thank you for inviting me tonight. I'm so glad to be here. Guys, this is the first time I'm in live in Instagram. I didn't know anything too much, but you told me everything tonight. It's a really good show, I think.
It's a kind of session.
Yes, I will watch the another shows. I will follow everything. But it's really good to hear talking with you, answering your questions. I learned a lot of things tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me, teacher.
Okay, you are welcome. What about you, Sude?
Yes, it was a very wonderful and precious experiences I have ever I have ever seen, I have ever lived, and I learned lots of things from another guy who I don't know, and it was also precious thing. And you're very kind person. Always Nick Hoja told about us, and I see you in live. Yes, it's true. And
thank you.
It is a great opportunity to share ideas, and you give importance to our thoughts in your thoughts.
Of course.
We are
of course.
we are the Z generation, and it was very good thing to give importance our thoughts. Everybody try to this thing nowadays, especially. And that's all.
No, you are important for all of us. All of you are really important. Sorry, you were saying something, Sude.
No, that's all.
That's all. Okay. Thank you very much to both of you. All right then. So tonight we have completed our first session of student talks, and Sude Köse from Yeditepe University and Hasan Hazırbulan from Katip Çelebi University were with us, and we had wonderful moments, and we learned lots of important things from them, especially about the language learning. I'm sure that ideas will help us in the future to use or to to understand their points. And thank you very much. And we are going to be here with the second of teacher student talks session next week on Monday. As you know, that student talk sessions, just like the teacher talks, like on Monday at 9 p.m. every Monday. So wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And until the next Monday, take care of yourselves. And thank you very much, Sude and Hasan, for being with us tonight. We had a fruitful and wonderful night. And until the next time, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, Hasan and Sude. And peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
I will watch the next session. Be sure about that.
Sure. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.